And hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ming Chen. We are live at the 19th Annual Garden State Film Festival. We are at the A Shared Universe Podcast Lounge located inside the Berkeley Oceanfront Hotel. My name is Ming Chen. Sitting behind me now, you can barely see him, in a little beach chair is CJ Cullen. I got to boost your mic again. Oh, wait. Say something, CJ?
Say something. How are
we? There we go. There we go. There we go. CJ Cullen. I'm here with the cast and crew of the Immortals.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for this one.
We were talking about this earlier today.
Man. We were. I'm a very big comic book fan. I love superpowers. I kind of like it when superpowers are used for not so good.
That's our movie.
Yeah, and if I haven't seen the film yet. You guys just screened. Where were you guys at? The Asbury?
Asbury Lanes.
Yeah. Asbury Lanes. What a cool venue, right?
I know.
Oh my God, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Here, you can pick up that mic.
Here, kid.
That's yours.
So, who wants to start? Tell us a little bit about.
So I could talk about the movie.
Oh yeah, and into this mic or that mic.
All right. Hello. So basically, the movie centers around a kid named Jack, who Danny plays in the movie, and it's about. So he learns he has the power of telekinesis, and through learning this, he gets pulled in by this charismatic leader, Felix, played by Kyle, and he meets other members of the group: Duke, Alec, Vera, myself, and Piper, Kayla. And they're trying to do this big heist, steal all this money. However, as the film devolves, I would say more. Oh.
Yeah, right. Okay, I was just acknowledging. Yes.
As the film devolves
Continue.
or evolves, I guess one could say, but the characters definitely devolve. We just see the internal conflict between the characters really come to light, and that's what the movie more centers upon.
Yeah. That is awesome. I other than like teleportation, I think telekinesis would be second on the list of superpowers that I would like to have.
I had to learn. One finger, two finger. I don't know.
Are you guys fans of Chronicle?
No, but it sounds.
No.
Someone just used their mind powers right there.
I know. Which one of you? Who used telekinesis to open that door?
I'm a method actor. What can I say?
That's why the other thing was in front of it.
That's awesome. Who did you write it?
Us three.
Yeah, so basically it started out like I had written a short script that was a little bit more supernatural based.
Okay.
And so we then took that and I had them on to edit it, and we ended up making it 3 times the length and way like grander.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Which was, I think, runtime's 54 minutes.
Yes.
Okay,
55,
55,
whatever it is.
35.
I think it's 50. I don't know. No need for
In that
particulars.
area.
So,
Yeah, I mean, so
only
basically-
55 minutes. What about making it a feature?
Yeah.
I would love to do that if someone were to like give us money or something. That would be amazing.
If you have any connections to Netflix,
It's like you're
please
so close.
email me.
Another 20 minutes or so.
We've talked a lot about. I mean, really, right when we finished it, I remember I watched The Departed, the Scorsese movie, and I immediately thought of like, because I watched an analysis video of The Departed, and I saw like how it's like there's a class conflict, there's like a bunch of like religious ties and stuff, and I was like, man, we need to make this a feature. I was like, I just had all these ideas came in my head, and I was talking to them, and they also had ideas. We would love to remake it and make it longer. I mean, we already know what we would do.
Yeah, I mean, at 55, 35, add another 25, 30 minutes.
I would
40 minutes. You're at feature length right there.
We could do that.
And there's so much we could do with expanding the characters, especially because we mainly focus on Danny and Zoe's characters. Yeah. But I'd like to expand everybody else's characters because they're still interesting. They just didn't get to get utilized as much because of time constraints.
Yeah, for sure. What was your major inspiration for that? Are you like a comic book fan?
I had watched a YouTube series about a guy, and he had like an experience. It was similar in the kind of idea, but it was vampires and like all this. Like it was a little bit out there,
right?
Yeah. And I took that, and visually, I wanted to make it similar to the film Nerve, which came out a few years ago. It was a very like teeny movie.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of combining those and bringing it in, and I had the concept. That was the basic concept.
Right.
And so then we kind of built it out into our own project based around our own like past movie experiences.
Yeah, and I'm super into comic books. I love Marvel. Hate DC, so don't get me started.
See, we love them all.
We don't discriminate.
I know. Hey. Sorry, I didn't mean to start fights.
Yeah.
Definitely for me, the X-Men, because I feel like the X-Men is a great group because it's not only their powers, but oh, first of all, we're kind of mutants in it. We don't have any explanation for our powers. We're just born with them.
Sure.
And then the characters in X-Men have such dynamic personalities, such interesting backstories.
Right.
And that struggle they have was so interesting. I think another inspiration was 12 Angry Men. We did it for our school play.
Yeah, we did it for our play.
Us five were in it. It was
Amazing.
I watched it.
That's a wow.
yeah. And just
Fantastically written.
and just how it's so character driven. I think we really wanted to do something like that, and I think we did.
I think it's very interesting how it's like they do have superpowers, and a lot of superhero movies, you know, they're amazing and they're fun,
Right.
but it's like they tend to go less on like the whole emotional value and
Right.
stuff. But I feel like because we had that as an inspiration, we were like, what if they had these superpowers, but also it is a character drama?
Oh, sure.
It's a character drama with a superhero background.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun, and for me, I mean, this wasn't. For me, when while we were writing this, me and my mother and my sister, we were binging Criminal Minds.
Oh man. So that played an influence.
Yeah, I would watch like 5 episodes with my family, and then we'd like do the FaceTime to write, and I'd be like, guys, I have a line.
And always because they have such a specific way of talking on that show. It's so like snappy. And after you watch it, you're walking around the house and you're like snapping lines at your family members. And you'd get on FaceTime and we were like, Danny, who are you? Like, what is this?
I would just become a new person with these because so yeah, that was I mean
Those
my
were the main
yeah.
inspirations.
That's amazing. Who's your favorite X-Men?
Oh, that is so hard.
I know I had to ask though. You're like, I like it. I was like, you gotta like, yeah.
I know.
Talking to Mr.
Iceman,
Comic
I know
Book
that's
Man.
kind of. I feel like Iceman's kind of.
Bobby Drake.
Yeah, and Jean Grey. I mean, love her.
I mean,
she's a little wild.
But what about the last film that was all about her? Was that?
Okay, well,
A Dark Phoenix?
Yeah. That was disappointing, to say the least. But I'm really excited now that
Only
they're
we
moving
made
into, the Marvel Cinematic
Yeah.
Universe. Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, we're gonna see the MCU Jean Grey. And
Oh,
I
I'm
don't,
so excited.
It's gonna be unreal.
I'm so
yeah,
excited.
and knowing Marvel, they may bring back, if they brought back Famke Janssen some capacity,
I would love
and what's her name from Game of Thrones, and because they like playing with history too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really would love to see. I mean, they brought back Quicksilver for an episode of
yeah.
WandaVision already, so hopefully we work more in that time period.
Yeah,
Thank you, Zoe.
She would be the ultimate telekinetic for sure.
Yeah.
But I love how you brought the criminal element into it. I mean, listen, would I help starving kids if I had a superpower? Sure. But would I also, pad my own pocket so I could get a PlayStation 5? Or would I just go and get the PlayStation 5 using telekinesis or whatever? Absolutely. I mean,
Especially
Absolutely.
like teenagers too, like teenagers with these powers, and how would they do it? Like you get a bunch of them together, like what would they do and who would influence who? I think that's also a big
Yeah, and actually touching on that, Kyle's character, Felix, the leader of the group, actually doesn't have any superpowers.
Right.
He's just able to manipulate these kids into doing his doing. Yeah.
I know you had the little knock on DC, but that's Lex Luthor, right?
That's true.
And like the X-Men, they're still human. They just have
Yes.
powers, and as such, they have human fallibilities,
Yes.
meaning they can be easily manipulated by by a
Someone
master.
What are you gonna do?
Like Magneto.
Yeah. Very similar, yeah.
And I like you kind of have the criminal mastermind wardrobe, the corner.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it's like,
dripping.
I will follow a really classily dressed villain.
Hey, I
if they're
appreciate
wearing
that.
sweats.
You guys should have came in as your characters on the program.
Oh my god.
I would have looked like a mess.
Yeah, Alec would just be sitting there like,
Kyle, what we're trying to say is you should start a cult.
Yeah, what was it like playing the criminal mastermind? Having heavy influence over have other people and.
Well, I think it just depended on the direction, and like whenever we would start a scene, they would like give me. We didn't do it linearly, of course.
Right.
And every single time they were like, okay, this happened, this happened.
we're doing the backstory.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying not to spoil anything.
Sure.
But they would be like pull from different places in your life and different and try to like see how you would do as this criminal mastermind and
Right.
such. And because they know me, I am nothing like this guy. Absolutely not. And
I'll take your word for it. I just met you, but
hey, I mean, I swear I'm nothing like that.
that's exactly what a criminal mastermind would say. That's exactly what they would say.
How did this whole collaboration come about?
Oh.
So,
Yeah, like how did you guys all meet? You seem very tight knit, but
yeah, it's very interesting. So basically, I decided to get into film in my junior year.
okay.
And
Wait, college, high school?
high school.
Seniors.
We're in high school. We're
Okay,
seniors in high school. So we.
Yeah, Kayla's
she's a freshman in college or
and junior
whatever.
in high school.
Hey.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're basically all seniors. So I decided to put together a little horror film.
Okay.
It was like 10-minute little thing. And I had seen Zoe in the play, and I knew Danny was also a fantastic actor, so I asked them to come on. And through that, I met everybody else. So then when we were writing the new project, The Immortals, I brought them on to help me write the script because we had worked on the last one together. And because she's a genius, and because Danny's fantastic. And so we just put together the project, and as we were writing it, it was kind of the idea of, we know who we're going to cast here. We were writing for the actors that we had. So,
I came in afterwards. I wasn't in the horror film. And then they casted someone else for the role, so they were writing it for her. But I'm a fantastic actor. I can morph. So.
But she was ready.
That's your superpower.
That's a real life superpower.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because I've known at least these guys for a year.
Okay.
You know, we've known each other.
Only a year?
Yeah.
I've
we met through the play,
What?
12 Angry
We met our junior year.
Wow.
and I only met them 3 months after. Or I met Danny, I knew Danny,
we'd
but
be friends.
otherwise.
And I'm like closer to these people than anyone. So it's crazy how we
I
can
can
really
tell.
bring you together. Yeah.
Yeah, well, usually in school plays drama. There's drama. That's why it's called drama. But there's drama, egos. We've seen but you guys, it brought you guys together though.
Yeah, really did.
Really did.
Amazing.
It was great, and like with Kayla, like honestly, but it's very impressive how Kayla came in. Literally, I think we were like, "Hey,
was the
Kayla, can
day
you be
before.
this
The day
main part?"
before.
And she was like, "Sure, okay, we're shooting tomorrow. Like we're shooting a part tomorrow." She came in the day after,
Wow.
filled in. I thought Kayla gave one of the best performances in the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
She had less than 24 hours notice, and then she was ready.
Yeah,
It's
I got
insane.
the script the day of, not even the night before. I couldn't even memorize my lines. I was memorizing it at the shooting.
Wow.
It was amazing. I mean, so it's I think everything happened as it should have happened, and I'm very glad that we had the cast we had. So yeah, I mean, it was great. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fate for sure.
Yeah, really.
Have you guys written and produced or getting ready for the next project?
We've written some stuff.
We
and
have.
We want to. I mean, this project took so much
Yeah.
time. This was our last year,
It's
so
a
we're
long
done.
one. Do it 10 minutes short.
Yeah, there's like a recovery period.
Yeah.
It's like a creative. We've drained. We recovered now.
Especially
And
like questions from people in the audience right after the screening, which was amazing, by the way. But then they were like, "Do you guys think you're gonna do an Immortals 2?" And we were like,
Well,
But definitely, I think, especially after this festival, we are very inspired to, move on and do a thing. Maybe probably 20 minutes at most.
Yeah.
Watch that. We're gonna do 2 hours.
I know.
But
We're gonna have a Scorsese epic.
Well, just some advice if you move on to college and regular, keep the shorts under 20 minutes.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
For film
Makes it-
festivals.
Film
makes it
festivals. I run
way
a
more
bunch
manageable.
and we do this and we don't like watching over 20 minutes shorts.
No,
"Thank you for having us, though."
the thing is, the good thing about our
Student films, you get away with it.
with us for our film, I mean, it's 55 minutes, but at least when I'm watching it, feels like it was like 25
absolutely.
minutes.
Yeah, it kind of flies.
We kind of made it like compact, like we really clean. I think.
I mean, it's tough to pace anything that well.
Yeah.
There's so many movies that drag on too
Oh
long.
my god! I think that was a big part of our writing process, was trying to make we were trying to keep people interested throughout the entire
Right.
story. So we didn't really. I can't even think of a main part in the movie that drags on for a significant amount of time without having something happen.
we just cut away from
Yeah.
it. Even if we wrote it too long, and then in the editing, we were like, this whole conversation, it doesn't need to be here. Cut. Like,
Yeah.
we wanted to make sure. I mean, our main thing, especially for me for editing, was keeping people interested, because once they check out of it, then they'll start to notice the classic high school film mistakes. So,
It's hard to get them back after that
Yeah.
if you
Yeah,
lose them. Yeah, for sure.
so
Is there a 4-hour version Snyder cut?
Literally, you gave
footage
me
we got, we
24
probably
hours, I could
could.
have a 5-hour script. Like, good. So.
Yeah, no, I just deleted it. I don't know. It might be in one of the first cuts, but It's
It used to be 65
it
minutes.
was like
Then we cut it
65.
down.
Yeah, we cut it down like.
You're for pacing.
Yeah.
Pacing reasons.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the toughest part is not to be overindulgent. It was like, listen, we got to lose this scene. I'm
Exactly.
sorry,
That's
but
Yeah,
this
we had
does
to
not
cut
work.
we were rereading our original script last week, just kind of going on a trip down memory lane, and there are some lines in there that are wonderful. They just make no sense.
Yeah.
So like one of the lines is. So Danny's character gets knocked out. This is not actually in the movie, but it was originally.
Okay.
It's like the
Danny's
kidnapping.
character gets knocked out, and Kyle's character was going to go up to him and go, "Oh, how many fingers am I holding up?" Wrong, and smack him. And we had to cut it because it just didn't fit.
It makes no sense for
And he
them to
should have
be-
shot him.
That's right. Those are the clips you use on like Instagram. You know, just put on IGTV to promote the film. So
Yeah.
no wasted footage.
Yeah, I almost wish we filmed that because that's so funny.
So good.
Wrong.
The director from we were interviewing last night, he said all the extra stuff they were putting on Instagram,
Yeah,
Facebook.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah.
That is a
That
good
makes a lot
idea.
of
Yes.
sense.
Yeah, just be lost footage or
Yeah,
stuff that
exactly.
didn't
I
make it
mean,
in.
we could.
Deleted
I could find a
scenes.
lot of lost footage. I could
We
find
have.
a lot of stuff.
I mean, look at us.
I want to make a
We're-
blooper reel.
Yeah. We're a group of clowns. Like we have so much.
There had to be 20 hours of footage.
Oh my god.
I mean, there's so much
Thousands of
footage
clips.
that we just didn't use because
Thousands
it
of
was
clips.
either flawed in some way or it was boring.
We did
So-
shoot a majority of the movie right next to a train station. So
Oh, boy.
the train would just come in and like middle, like dramatic conversation would be like, okay,
Be like, "Yep,
I
okay."
guess not.
You just got whip out the train schedules. It's like, hold up, the 10:23 is coming. Okay, we're good.
It would be like, wham, wham,
No,
choo-choo.
Especially because it would we thought it would pass. We'd hear like, and we'd be like, okay, fine, okay, let's restart, and then like we'd get right to the same part.
Yeah, and trains, as you know, they're not quiet.
You can hear them pretty far away.
Yes, and we were right next to that station.
Yeah. So wait, you said you guys have known each other for about a year, and that. So when did the writing process start? Like, how far into the friendship, and then?
Okay, I'll take that. So as Ryan was saying, in January, I've literally never spoken to this kid in my entire life. In January of 2020, he was like, write a movie with me, and I was like, okay, I guess so. And so we did that. Then we didn't talk that
We didn't
much.
talk
for,
too much.
The next 2 months. He approaches us April 18th.
Okay.
Was our first FaceTime call. And we would
Quarantine.
FaceTime from April 18th to like May 30th for 6
Every
hours a
day.
night.
Yeah.
6 hours?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
we
It was at night, so we
And
because
like
we were
a group FaceTime?
Yeah,
yeah, because we were virtual.
Yeah.
So we'd all get our homework done by like 5,
Right.
and then we'd be like, all right, we're
After a couple
calling
Criminal
for the
Minds-
rest of the night.
Yeah, after
Yes.
a couple Criminal Minds episodes from me, I'd hold up production. And then we'd get on at like
So we would
7.
call from like 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. some nights. Yeah. So we started production June 15th. Oh no, May.
21st.
Oh.
We started filming
we-
21st.
Summer?
Summer.
Yeah.
And then we filmed from June to August.
Yeah.
Those so 3
2
months.
months. Yeah.
Wow.
So we had 2 months, pretty much probably 4 or 5 days a week, and then the biggest week was we were shooting in a dojo.
A dojo week.
It was 11 hours a day for 5 straight days,
Yep.
and the air conditioner was broken. It was
single time
it was
the cameras turn off.
96 degrees in the room. So we had an air conditioner that we put in the room.
Right.
And so we'd turn it off, do the take,
Right.
run back over to it.
Fire
Yeah,
back.
took that on and off, on and off. Did it ever get cold?
Yep.
No, yeah.
It never went below 87 degrees. It never did.
Just blew hot air.
Oh my god! I would take the fan. We had like 5 fans in the room. We also bought this. We bought this thing called this Arctic Air Ultra.
Isn't that the thing that cheesy Facebook ad? Like the little-
Never getting
this will work.
sponsored by Arctic Air
Pour
Ultra.
water in it.
And it doesn't do,
It doesn't do shit.
Alec, I really was the king of the
I
Arctic
kept
Air
on
Ultra.
pouring in water. I was like, this has gotta work.
You would sit in front of it, and it would blow on your face, and
really
it
never
would
gave
get
up.
hotter.
I really never did.
It's like those little tiny fans that squirt the water.
We needed those, and we had these big fans. And after a take, I would just hold it over.
Yeah.
Every day we had a cooler in the hallway. We would each get a gallon. We would go to Quick Check, each buy gallons of water for everyone.
Right.
Except for the first day. The first day we didn't bring any water. So that was a crapshoot right from the
Why
start.
did you say that, Alec?
Kyle, it was a great production. We were such good directors and producers.
That's awesome.
We put you through
Craft services, guys.
Yeah. Oh, crafts and services. So much of our budget went to feeding these guys.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people just on the crew alone.
Yeah, 6. I mean, we
I
get
mean,
Popeyes
yeah.
stuff. We ate hard.
There was a Domino's right next to it.
That's most of the budget.
When you're having a $10 meal for everybody for $60 every meal, when you're having 3 meals a day, that's a lot of money.
And we got Domino's one time. We were like, let's put it in the movie. So we have a
Might
pizza
as well put
party.
it to use.
Yeah, hello, where's our check? Where's our Domino's check? Or at least give us some free pizza or
I know,
something.
right? Just for a
Lucky
year.
Charms
Just for a
even.
year is all. Yeah.
Sometimes it works. You put it in and you say, "Hey, we're putting this in the movie," and then you get the free items or they give you money.
Yeah, maybe.
never know.
We have not
We hope
contacted-
that happens because there's a lot of
Domino's
that.
too.
We hope
We
Star
already
Wars
talked to
may-
Netflix, but Domino's, yes, please. We will take any money you
Domino's
have.
deal.
the 2 for 6.
A Domino's. Yeah, the mix and match deal. 2 medium items. You can get 2 more medium items, $5.99 each. Thanks.
Just in the middle of the movie,
was
do an
this-
advertisement.
Was this in discussion pre-pandemic? Because it sounds like the pandemic kind of you wouldn't have been able to do a 6-hour
Yeah.
night FaceTime
No.
call if there was no pandemic.
No.
You probably wouldn't have had a dojo at your
No.
over 5 days a week because they would have had classes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
The pandemic was the reason for this.
It is the
movie.
only reason it was made.
So like obviously, COVID is awful. But like
sucks.
it really, I think we made the most of it. Really.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
for
we-
sure.
We used our quarantine time, and then even when lockdown was a bit lifted in the summer,
Yeah.
we were using, especially like we wouldn't have these 3 guys for
Yeah.
which we are so
Yeah.
grateful for.
Because
having them.
people go on vacation over the summer,
But no one was going
really doing
anywhere,
that.
so it was.
So for like things like the party scenes and such
Right.
with more ensemble members, that was right when lockdown was lifted.
Yeah.
Just a little bit
Yeah.
more. And then right when it went back down, we were like, oh my god, we were like all so happy that we got all that done.
I know.
Yeah, like we shot a full party scene. It was when we were having like 200 or 300 cases a day. Like there was
Right.
nothing happening.
Yeah.
And
No one got COVID.
Nobody
throughout the
got
production.
coronavirus.
For the record, everyone
Someone successful.
Yeah, I know. We
Yeah.
worked with like 50 plus people. Not one person
Not one
got
person
COVID the
got
entire
COVID.
time.
that
We
was
were all
really, we
outside.
got very, very lucky with that. And the numbers afterwards went through the roof.
Yeah.
So
It
we
was like
shot
a week
it.
after
September when school started up again.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we kind of had, I mean, it was like, we're shooting this party scene. We can't get reshoots.
No.
Yeah.
There's no way we can do reshoots.
You can't bring people
And we actually, there was a tropical storm that came through in early August, and it hit us on our biggest. We had to wrap scenes for 2 of our actors because they were going on vacation,
Yes. Oh,
and it was
that
raining
Yeah.
hard.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so we had to get those shots in, and as the deluge started coming down, we had talked beforehand, and we had decided who's going to grab what. So we're sprinting around my backyard, grabbing everything and bringing it in. It was a huge process to work around coronavirus, to work around the weather, to
Sure.
work around the cases that are
Yeah.
going up
Yeah.
and down. So, and it's the only reason we made it.
Yeah,
So
we couldn't have made this in
wouldn't
this
have had
amount
the
of
time.
time without people staying at their houses basically.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm always trying to find positives, in
Yeah.
especially
Yes.
with this, and this is definitely one of them for sure. And then, did you guys collaborate in the editing process?
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Danny handled the majority of the editing, most of the dojo stuff, all that.
Yeah.
Zoe took a couple of scenes. You did.
Yeah, I did one of the opening scenes and then the final 10 minutes. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did the final few minutes.
Yeah.
Like the fight
So
scene.
there's a significant fight scene at the end
Yes.
that I edited together.
Ooh, spoiler.
Who is it? With the music
is it?
See the
scored. Did anyone create?
Yes. So Alec.
My sister Hannah, she goes to Northeastern and she's a music major. And so, I remember when this movie was being talked about, I would be like, yo, Hannah, you should do that. That's pretty cool. So, I talked to them and they talked to Hannah as well. And, it ended up being that she would do the score. And, it was really awesome because, she was tasked to do the score for the movie, and she had to do it in like 2 weeks. She was home because of, she couldn't be in Boston. So since she was home, there would be times where she'd be like, the back room needs to be clear. I have to sit in my room for like 5 hours and be like, thanks, Hannah, I really appreciate it. So it was crazy to watch her go at it, but it was awesome.
Oh my gosh.
She did an outstanding job.
It's professional. Genuinely. Hannah was so critical to this process. She made the movie so much better. Like, you would listen to it and it could be an Avengers movie.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
crazy.
Score changes.
I mean, it's
She's very talented ever since in high school. She's been so talented with singing, acting. It's amazing.
She made it all in 2 weeks. She would. I said this back at our screening. This is really funny. I would be editing late at night. Like, it would be like 2 a.m. I'm like okay, I'm done retouching the scene. Like, I'm gonna go to bed. Let's go. Okay. I lay down, head down. Let me check the phone one more time. And Hannah goes, 3 new pieces of music are up. I'm like, and then I have to get up and put the music in.
Launch premiere or whatever.
Exactly.
Lay down the score and like.
You're editing. You're not sleeping.
Yeah. She would send it to me at like ass o'clock, like 3 a.m. I'd be like, oh my god. Like, I'd get up. All right, put that in there. All right, cool. Adjust a little bit of levels, back to sleep. Oh, new music. It was insane.
But you can't not leave it alone.
No,
I gotta see what this scene looks like with the music
That
and the
was the
score.
thing about this project. This is all I thought about for literally 7 months. Like, we've been interviewed a couple times, and we would dream about the Immortals. Like, we would be writing, go to sleep, have a dream about it, be like, okay, let's start doing it again.
Let's get back on it.
It was crazy how devoted we were.
I mean, I would literally anywhere I would go, I had a notebook because I did a lot of cinematography, so I had a notebook of like a shot list and everything. And so I was taking that pretty much everywhere I went in my bags. And I also have a note on my phone of different, like, I would just be walking around on any given day, and I would just be like, oh, we should do that. And I'd write it down and we'd bring it in later the next day. So we were so deep into it.
It's almost like obsessive. Almost, which is great.
Just
That's awesome.
the Immortals becoming like so part of our lives. We would have so many inside jokes and quote movie scenes to people that weren't even in the movie. We just got so obsessed.
We quote ourselves often.
We do that all the time. Guys. We quote movies constantly all day, right, man?
We're not the only ones.
We quote our own movie. Like, someone will say something like similar, and we're like, haha, yeah, well,
That's pretty funny.
You get like this blank stare.
That's
What are you
great.
talking about?
It's like total inside joke. That's the
What are you
best.
saying?
Yeah, no, we would fully dream it. Like, I think I dreamed the party scene. And I was like, guys, this is what's happening. It looked really good in my head.
What did you shoot this on? What kind of cameras?
So at the time, I was using a Panasonic G7. It's a tiny little mirrorless camera,
Okay.
which it was a tank. I mean, it lasted all the way through, and its battery life is outstanding. So it was able to run on only a few batteries. So we had a little camera, a tripod, a gimbal, which was crucial.
Love gimbals. They're the best. They're the
We had a
best.
set of RGB lights, and you can shoot a feature-length movie with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
That
we
is,
did, yeah.
you can shoot in full HD. You have lights. You have everything.
Yeah.
You should be able to do anything.
Yeah.
Good
After
sound,
that,
though,
now
too.
obviously we've upgraded. I have a Blackmagic
Nice.
4K.
Nice.
I have a bunch of new gimbals, but at the time, I mean, it was pretty rudimentary, like entry-level equipment.
Sure.
And we were able to get what I think is a very, very good result out of it.
Yeah, you shoot with what you got and you make the best of it.
Exactly.
I'll say this so Keating doesn't have to. At the ending fight scene, so not gonna say who it is, but someone rolls over a table and falls on the
God.
ground.
Yeah.
Keating, I remember watching this. I was like, this is amazing. Keating would take his gimbal because he was just falling around with the gimbal during the fight scene.
Yeah, it's shocking.
He ran across and then slid. Like,
I would
did like
slide on the ground. I was doing like acrobatics. This entire time in 90-degree heat with this gimbal. And we did it a bunch of times. The fight scene is done in 4 long takes. It's about 2 minutes long.
Okay.
And it's all over the place within this room. So I'm dodging, I'm moving around, I'm trying to stack the punches because I have to be behind the hand.
yeah.
I'm stacking punches, I'm peeking in and out. And I mean, I'm sliding on my knees. I have like floor burn.
The sweat on these boys.
Oh my god.
Suffer for your craft, my friend.
And it came out. I mean, it's probably
it was worth
my favorite bit in the entire thing. The camera work looks fantastic.
And the fact that those were always on us all the time.
Yes.
Every single time is like, okay, we're done, and then they would turn them off, and then we'd all go to the exit.
Yeah, I know. How hot was it under those lights?
Oh my god, they were brutal. They were. I mean, the RGB lights though. are outstanding. I find that they can do so much and they're so versatile.
Right.
And so throughout the movie, as things devolve, they change throughout the story. I was changing the colors of the lights at their home base.
Yeah.
So it was supposed to represent that, and it's really, really fun to have a story where you can do things like that. And even if it's somebody's not watching it and recognizing, like, oh, look at that, look at how much it's changed, but it's subconscious.
Right.
So you're watching it and you're like, oh, those colors are getting warmer. This is not good. Like, it's a little bit cool, and they're having just a regular conversation. Right. So I thought that was a really, really good thing.
No, those lights were amazing. They also had like the settings. We didn't even use all the settings. There was like the party setting, it was like flash. There was like there was like a bad light bulb setting, which would like flash every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's a great video maker. Again, if you have money, I will take it.
We will take anyone's money.
So which one of you was the stunt coordinator?
I did all of
Pretty
that.
much.
I did all the choreography for the fights and all of the stunts. Thankfully, there wasn't anything like jumping out a window or anything like
We did
that.
do that in another one though.
We did that. It was relatively safe, and everybody was able to do their own stunts.
Yeah.
But the toughest thing that you can ever write is fight choreography, because you have to find a way to have a compelling fight, especially when you have people who don't fight.
Yeah.
These two, they don't fight. He's a dancer. He's a theater guy, but they. And everybody, I mean, Alec fights, Zoe fights.
True.
Everybody gets into these things, and also the characters are not like these badass martial artists.
Right.
They're normal kids.
Yeah.
They're normal kids going through this, and so that's what's really interesting to see within that, and it's very difficult to write that.
It was a lot of fun, and also it definitely helped in the dojo that there was the mat.
Yeah.
So we could like just, me and Kyle were like, just gave our everything to the.
I've never seen them be so athletic in my entire life.
I've never felt so athletic. It was insane, and we were just like going crazy because we knew we were falling on the mat.
Right.
And I forget what I was gonna say, but yeah, no, it was we were just going at it, and then we would like whip our head back, and we're like, oh, what I was gonna say, we did jump through a window in the horror show.
Yes.
Okay.
That was the most fun.
It was a
stunt I've ever
beautiful
done.
stunt. The window barely opened. And outside, we laid down my sister's gymnastics mat when she was 5, and a bunch of indoor pillows.
Like,
Yeah, it's like this thin.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of pillows. And I was just like, jump out. Jump out the
We
window.
broke that window. I remember I broke that window.
The blinds are broken, and my mom doesn't know I'm sorry.
Sorry, Mom. It was so funny. That was so fun because we were just sliding into the mattresses. And
So we've been through it together.
No, we
Like,
have.
We definitely have. It's been a journey.
Stunts are fun.
Was
Stunts are
this
fun.
the first
We do our own
fest-
stunts.
We're doing
Was this the first fest that you guys got to see it in a big screen?
Yes.
With
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. This is like our premiere.
It's incredible.
It's
This
been
is the
unbelievable.
first time this has been shown to the general public in any capacity.
That was the crowd. That was the reaction.
They loved it.
Well, I mean,
Pretty
our,
loved it.
our principal actually sent out an email to the entire school saying, "Go to the festival."
Yeah.
You should buy tickets and stuff. So, and a lot of our teachers are in the film, so the teachers came, and I think
That's
everyone
amazing.
really, really
People
liked it.
just gave us a standing ovation.
Yeah, our calc teacher.
awesome.
Our calc teacher led the charge.
It's gonna be
We
very
live
interesting.
here. My students or the other guy's students, we live here and they didn't even come.
When we saw we could come in person, we were like, "Fuck the hotel."
Yeah, no, we are. It's really cool. Like making this movie is like it's like we've created a community.
Yeah.
So it's like we have our whole town like backing us and like everything we do. I mean, we did the interview for Garden State, and it's like the 6th most viewed video.
That's
on
awesome.
The entire We put it on our
And
Instagram.
our principal sent it out in an email.
The Instagram is.
He
Now you gotta
sent
share
out an
this
email.
one.
He was like, "Hey, buy tickets, and
Yeah.
here's
Yeah.
the interview."
But what's the Instagram,
The
though?
Instagram of our production company is Collosity Studios.
do you spell that?
COLLOCITY Studios. Yes. On Instagram. So we posted it on there, and then we got like 300 views. We were like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know, people like texting us being like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. We're like, this is just the interview. This is Zoom.
That is the question we get. I get it almost every week. When is the movie coming out? I get it every
Every
week.
single
Kids are just
day.
asking me.
But it's amazing. I mean, it shows that like people really care about the movie, and like people from our town. It's like, you know, there's not a lot of filmmakers coming out of Rockaway Township, New Jersey.
You'll be surprised, actually. I knew some people
We'd
from
love to
past,
meet
yeah.
them. We'd love to meet them.
Yeah, exactly.
But like not, you know, not nobody that
Especially
we
at our age.
Exactly, especially at our age. So it's like people are like, really excited for this, and we just have a lot of people who are, backing us, and it's amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
Very grateful for everyone at home because I know you don't know where you're going to be. My aunt even got autographs from all these people. She didn't even care because you never know what's going to happen, and it's very nice to have that support.
I barely even have like a signature. it's just vertical line.
Get used to it, yeah.
Yeah, no, we might have to. I don't know if we have when we have our premiere back in Rockaway, people are gonna lose their minds.
You guys should though. Do you have a poster that you all signed it that you each have?
We should do that.
Because I still, my first film, I have it all signed by the whole cast and crew, and I have it.
So we're going to do that next.
Yes, definitely do that.
Yeah. Speaking of the poster, Kyle, you wanna run us through that? Kyle, the graphic designer made our poster.
Oh yeah, Kyle, you gotta get that done.
I loved acting it, and then I was so invested, and then I was doing a graphic design project, and then they said, create your face through this software that I've never used before.
Right.
And then I made my face, and I was like, what if I just keep going? and then weeks and weeks pass, and then I'm just making each
Asking us for selfies.
Yes, I'm like, can each of you send a selfie? And then I'll be like, sorry, can you also do in this lighting?
Me and Kayla were watching a movie, and you were like, "Give me the photo," and she's just sitting there, just like,
yes.
Because you're like, I want to see how different angles of light hit your face, and I'm like, Kyle, it's a picture. You just copy it.
But then you see in the final product.
It's gonna be cool, I promise, and it was cool.
It was amazing.
it turned out fantastic.
Kyle, I mean, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
That was
Awesome. Have you submitted this to other film festivals?
Yes.
Have you been accepted? Are you going to be traveling the country?
It's the first one we've been to.
Traveling the country.
Okay.
No,
There's not a lot there.
Are they getting
actually
online?
hosting
Most
events
of the other ones right now.
At Couch Film Festival, we won Best Long Short Film, which was very
you go.
long
Based out of
short film
Toronto.
in Toronto. We also were in the Chicago Indie Fest, and now we're waiting for a couple more. We're waiting for one called the Anti-Hero Fest. I really hope we get it.
Anti-Hero.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
look,
think that's
because
look
I
at
have
some
like-
of those because there are some in Comic Cons have film festivals as well.
I
Yeah.
think
So
you'll
that would
play
work
great
really
at
well.
Comic-Con.
Yeah, absolutely.
We go to one down in Houston and they do have one, but this year they're not. But next
Yeah,
year
that's
they
the issue
will,
with this
and that
year,
this
yeah.
would be perfect for it.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
in Houston. And
Thank
it's
you.
amazing.
That's the amazing thing about this film festival. It's like those other film festivals, like it was really cool, but we were just sitting at in our homes, being like, I hope we win.
Yeah.
But like for this, it's like they were, we're here, we're on this podcast, we had this interview, we got to go on the red carpet, we got to actually watch films.
Yes.
Like this has been amazing.
This is what you need for the
This is it.
experience.
Exactly.
This is the
Yeah.
experience. Like this is fantastic.
Yeah.
And
You guys had a red carpet. I was like, I thought that only like the big places. I walked in that. I was like, wow, I feel magical.
That was your first time walking the red carpet and taking pictures of our stuff?
There are more pictures
It is
of
a
us
great
today
feeling,
than there
isn't
are
it?
pictures of me before today.
we got so many pictures.
Now you're gonna be addicted. Now you're gonna just gonna want to do it all
Shout out
the
to Ed
time.
Shin.
Shout out Ed Shin. Took a lot of pictures of us.
That's awesome. Is there a website, Instagram? Like, how do we follow along
We
with
got
you
the
guys?
Instagram.
So Instagram, I can say it again, it's Collosity Studios, COLLOCITY Studios on Instagram, and that's pretty much our main platform.
Yeah.
There's a website, but it's
in the works.
So you know how on websites where you have like where you'll have like a person pop up and it'll be like, oh, it's this person, she's the creative director
Right.
and the thing. It has our names and our titles,
Okay.
but it's not our pictures. So it's like mine is like a Scandinavian guy with blonde hair.
That's awesome.
That's not you.
Oh, of course.
Just keep those up there. That's pretty cool. I like that.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. Good
thank
luck with
you.
everything. Yeah, do you have any other questions?
No?
All right. Yeah, we wish you all the best of luck. I mean, I love
Thank you.
the energy and definitely the passion and just the number of hours you guys.
Yeah.
I do have a question.
Oh,
There we
yes.
go.
Amazing.
Where can we watch this? Me and Meg and
All right,
us.
end of.
So that's a great question. If you're in the Rockaway area, we're gonna have a premiere. If you
Okay.
follow us on Instagram, all the info will be on that
Okay.
Instagram. In terms of releasing, we just finished up a bunch of contracts with musicians and stuff.
Right.
Because Hall & Oates is in the movie right now. So we paid them $2 million.
Wait, this is actually really funny for the Hall & Oates song. we didn't want to contact them,
Didn't want to contact them?
so we bought it on Apple Music. I was like,
So we can play dumb.
So with rights and the copyright stuff, sometimes it works out because there was a film called Thunder Road and it went to Sundance, and the guy didn't know about copyright. He just used Bruce's Thunder Road. So he gets into Sundance, but Sundance goes, you need copyright. Do you have copyright for this song? And he goes, no. What do you mean? It's like, you have to have the copyright. So he tweeted to Bruce Springsteen, this is my movie. I used your song. What do you think? Can I use it? And he watched the film and goes, it's for free.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
And the guy won Sundance.
Wow. Whoa! How about that?
Congrats.
Hey, I mean, if Hall or Oates is watching this, we love you.
But you make my dreams come true.
That's nice.
But in terms of releasing it, we got a bunch of contracts from so Hannah goes to Northeastern from Berkeley musicians and all these student musicians. We're gonna put them in the film, and then hopefully we're gonna release on more of a streaming platform. We don't want to put on YouTube just because that gets interesting because people can steal it.
Right, sure, yeah.
And, we don't have it copyrighted, so we're gonna try to get onto some platform where you can buy it.
We're probably gonna look into Amazon Prime as a platform.
Oh yeah, that'd be perfect.
Yes, that'd be wonderful.
I want to see it. I want everyone to see this. So I hope you spread the word for sure.
Thank you.
So I see bright futures for all of you guys.
Thank you very much.
I'm so glad you guys all were able to come down here in person and experience it. And I have no doubt all your hard work's gonna pay off and all your passion for sure.
Thank you.
I love this. Check out the Immortals, everybody. Playing here at the Garden State Film Festival. Thank you guys for all coming down. Thank you, CJ. Thank you, everybody watching.
My beach chair.
He's literally sitting in a beach chair that we scavenged somewhere. So
There's a lot of people.
yeah.
Johnny Cash's beach chair, by the way.
It might be
This is
Johnny
the
Cash's beach.
Cash's
Yeah,
room.
might be his beach chair. So, yeah, for sure. But great luck at all the other film festivals, and we'll be keeping an eye on you guys.
All right.
Thank you. All the career.
For sure. Thank you, everybody. GSFF.org. Films rolling all day today. And I don't really know how this works. Like, are you guys by entering, are you up for an award, perhaps? Like, there's a ceremony?
Yeah, we'll see. Because I know
idea.
everything's so different because of COVID this year, but maybe
We'll
a
see at
student
8
film.
o'clock, I guess.
If we get an email saying we won an award, I guess that's your answer.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I think that'd be icing on the cake.
Yeah, really. Talk about it.
Well, if you win, maybe we'll have you on via the studio.
Oh man.
Sure.
Yes, I would come.
Email us anytime. We'll be there. Like, literally, we'll go on anytime you guys want us there.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Great
Thank
luck.
you.
The Immortals, everybody. Check it out.
So much.
I'll see you soon. Thank you.